Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Litecoin Lisa, and today is Woo Woo Wednesday. And there's a lot of woo going out there. We're looking at coming on to 4th of July weekend, all kinds of stuff coming out today. It seems like there's been more and more maybe soft disclosure of some things we'll talk about when public joins us right after this. So give us a like, share this video, and we'll see you guys right back on Woo Woo Wednesday with the Public Awakening. Hey, public, how are you doing today on this Woo Woo Wednesday?
Hello, Litecoin Lisa. How are you? I'm doing very well today.
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good.
I'm ready for 4th of July weekend. Charlie's got flags out all over the lawn.
Awesome.
And even though we're going to be in South Dakota at the event for Patriot Party Rocks, my children will be here partaking of the pool and enjoying themselves, celebrating the 4th of July.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Do you guys have big plans for the 4th?
No plans at all.
No plans at all.
No plans at all. Something always comes up. Something always happens. We could always just go somewhere, do something. But
yeah,
I don't know. We're generally not planners with stuff like that. Like, you know, I don't want to have to be. I'm the kind of person who just doesn't want to be roped into doing something, even if it's something I want to do. If there's a chance at some point that I don't want to do it, then I'll like stress out about it for like the whole day or a week before. But I really don't, you know. So I like to be able to float in and out. Yeah. You know, I tweak out in, you know, my private spaces.
Well, I know you talked about maybe getting an RV this summer and traveling.
Yeah.
Are you still considering that? Looking into that?
Yes.
Okay.
Still, I know what I want. I know the ones. I'm going to buy a used one. I think it's insane to buy one of these things new at this point. If you can even get them new. I know there's a several months wait, you know, but they got these ones at the dealers where they're like come with all the same thing and they're like 3 years old and they lose like a lot. I think they lose almost more than cars. Yeah, they lose a lot. Like if you buy one. So yeah, I figure at that point I'll go in. I should be able to pay for it for, you know, in full and be done with it and, you know, not have to be settled down with another payment. But I know what I want, so I don't know.
Well, hopefully we go into this. I did a video which I released publicly last night with Jill Jardine and Crypto SL 369.
I haven't seen that one yet.
So she's saying that August 22nd is the launch. So August 8th is 8/8 is the Lion's Gate in Vedic astrology.
Mm-hmm.
And there were a couple people that I followed that have talked about Mr. T coming back strong in August. Also, Steve Bannon was rumored to have slipped to mention August 15th specifically. I don't know if he's a good guy or bad guy or in or out, but
it's tough to tell at this point.
It's Woo Woo Wednesday, so we're allowed to spread all the rumors we want, I think.
Yeah, well, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
All kinds of crazy stuff going on.
There is. Jay Crypto Minded here is wrote it's hard to even find used RVs as well. It is. I've been watching, and I wish I would have cashed in a few weeks back like someone else I know and took the profits when I should have, but I didn't.
Well, there'll be another opportunity. There's more opportunities.
Like, you know how it is? Like I'm sitting here complaining and we have what, 30K Bitcoin plus. It's like,
right.
I'm complaining.
Remember the bull run in 2017 was 20K Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. So if you've been in since 2017, you should just be a really happy Bitcoiner right now at this point.
Yep. When it went back down, when it went up to, actually the first time it went up to, what did it go to? 10, and then it crashed back down to like 2,500 or 3. Before the 20K one, that was.
I was too early. Like I didn't know what I didn't know. We mostly just had Litecoin at the time.
That's exactly what I did.
So we were looking at, I don't know, was it $400 Litecoin? or maybe we were
Right.
hoping for $400 Litecoin. I can't remember.
That
It's
was
all
out of the question. I mean, when I went to the first Litecoin conference was that 2018? We were hoping Litecoin was like $65. We were like, I can't imagine there's going to be, 400, and it was already, and then it had gone back down. And, you see these things sometimes in the past, these cycles have played out for 10 years in a row, or if they're anything like precious metals, they could be 20 plus years in a row between when you get a spike up to something and then it drops off. You get that dead cat bounce sometimes, but I mean, you really don't get that much. But I'm excited as to where cryptos are going to be. Hopefully this summer.
Yeah,
everything just feels
definitely
good about the direction of things and things that everyone are saying together, all different sources through all different, expertise and whatever specialties in their crypto fields and stuff like that. Everyone seems to be kind of jazzed up and saying that their things should have, they're all expecting something around that time frame, which is really nice.
Definitely. Mount Gox, 1 to 100 down 94%. So Cliff's talking about, I guess, when Gox got hacked. Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah, maybe that was the last one.
A little bit. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it was like 10,000. That's what it was. Before it ran up to 20K. I think I was mentioning it had run up to a quick up to 10K, and then it got beat back down really hard. I thought it was 2-ish. Yeah, he's saying back down to 1,100 after Mt. Gox got in there, which I got a question for you, Miss Litecoin Lisa. A serious question.
Okay.
Did we let the markets get full control of cryptos? Like,
did we let the
market does a crypto have anything to do, like its price does reflect anything on anything other than what it's trading at on the shares of the Bitcoins in the stock market? I
understand what you're saying, and I agree. I think we're seeing the same thing with silver, and I think Uncle Cliff's data that silver will lead the way. I think that people will see, well, wait, silver's only trading so-and-so on these markets and exchanges, but then when you go to actually want it in your possession, where is that?
Oh, it's a lot different. Yeah. Silver, they did that with the precious metals market a long time ago. That's why I'm asking. It seems that
I feel the same way with the cryptos, is that there may be a market price, but we have the opportunity to not play their game. And this is what part of what we talked about in the interview with Jill Jardine, which I'm going to have her on again because she's not into politics, but she gets readings and has information with the Vedic astrology and stuff. And she's done Trump's charts and America's charts and Biden's charts and all that. So this is just an example of these, 90% silver coins, $100 face value of circulated $50.
Right. Just so we know, does everybody understand what that means? That's a term that's thrown out there a lot, face value. A lot of people, if you've been around silver and you know it's just add up the face value of the coins, 4 quarters, 10 dimes, 2 50-cent pieces, each equaling $1 in the actual face value of the coin. I know some people have a question about that. So whenever it's face value, it's actually, if you were to take just if they were regular non-silver, if you would take it into the store and spend it at that price,
right?
People have
questions. That's a great point to bring that up. I think that's a great point. Some education there. So this is just one website. This is JM Bullion talking about. This is the one my husband showed me. He was like, silver Franklin $50, only 500 face value. So if they were, I don't even know if they print. They don't make silver dollars anymore. I don't know if there's other ones. Here's one that talks about $1 face value. This is
standard. The standard bag in these, just so everybody knows, another little random fact here, is $1,000. The $1,000 bag is the standard bag of junk silver. From there, it's broken down into all these smaller $500, $100, and then you go down to $50 sometimes and $10 face value. They really don't want to sell you less than $10 face value usually, because that's just about a roll, right? A roll of quarters is $10. A roll of what is dimes? So it would be 2 rolls of dimes, right? Would be $10. Dimes, I think, are $5 a roll.
Yeah,
Just a
interesting.
little
So
more
I'm
hints.
just
Yeah.
kind of thinking the same things that are happening with silver are happening with crypto, and that's that we've got to stop looking at these exchanges. That was never Bitcoin's intention. Was it was supposed to be peer to peer, and so what is
Right.
silver when it's peer to peer? It's totally different than what they have listed on the markets. What is Bitcoin when it's peer to peer? I would beg to differ that, and we're seeing these same things, that we saw with them playing around with Robinhood and
Right.
cutting people out of things and different opportunities. And there's different games and not everyone's invited. But that's a way that we can all kind of even the playing field is by having this in our custody, having the
Right.
physical silver, having our coins, our crypto in our custody, and not having them on an exchange where we know the exchanges are manipulated. So
Hmm.
um, I think that's a great point. I don't think we're giving them the power as much as if we're holding our coins in our own possession.
Right. I said that though because I have noticed a lot of articles showing up, a lot of YouTube, news broadcasts showing up and everything. They're always quoting the. I should have wrote them down. The so and so Bitcoin fund at
Mhm.
block whatever TechCom or something, and they're quoting how the they're making it sound like these funds are the most important thing. And they're saying how this trader thinks this and these traders think that. And now, the average trader on Wall Street can supposedly, sway the price of Bitcoin easily. And
I think
I
it's
don't know
part of that
it's
is that us
maybe not,
stopping looking towards
maybe I
these
say it wrong. Maybe it's
elites.
more the narrative.
Yeah, but I think that's where we're breaking that too. And Jill really talks about that in our
Right.
interview too, where she's like, yeah, we need to stop caring. It's not even it's not that the government will go away or whatever. It's that we'll stop caring what they think. I mean,
Right.
how many people work at those three-letter agencies and they can't even keep up. And
Right.
the community can decide we don't want to be a part of that anymore. And so I think that's what she's seeing. And that sounds like some stuff that Uncle Cliff's is seeing where,
Right.
because the dollar's dying so much. And then these people are, if you guys watch his latest video,
I have not
mantids
got to
and
that yet. You
something.
sent me that link.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
gosh, it's
I
really
didn't get
good.
to.
Yeah. But he talks about how, like, you have to remember that these effers that work for the government are your neighbors and you're the people at the motor DMV and the people at the three-letter agencies that take their portion of everything you make. They live in your community too. And at some point, when the dollar
Yeah.
is worth nothing and they see what's happening and they see, we're watching Jen Psaki get just reamed by media, which I think is wonderful,
Yeah.
for trying to she's doubling down on this whole thing that the Republicans were the ones that wanted to defund the police.
Hmm.
And it's just, I mean, even Democrats can tell that's a lie. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, that's just so absurd. And I don't believe people are going to follow along that narrative. So, um,
I mean,
anyway,
they have to be just proposing the most incredibly insane ideas out there just to get people to see. You say that, but how many people in, Nicaragua or Venezuela or El Salvador said that too and said, they're just putting some crazy stuff on the news.
well,
I
okay.
don't know.
So here's
It's
the
like
other
I feel
thing.
like comfortable still. I'm sorry, but I feel
Yeah.
comfortable
No, good.
still, but I feel like I still have to keep going like this. Now, I still feel like we
Yeah.
need to watch our backs with stuff. I still think some
Yeah.
crazy stuff can happen.
I don't think it's
Um,
over yet for sure. And I think,
and we have to
well,
watch the narrative. It's being stolen from us. I really believe the whole narrative of all of this is totally being stolen from us.
I don't think so. I think it's
Well,
playing out how it's supposed to. Remember in Uncle Cliff's data that crypto would be kind of that awakening, the great awakening. So we would lead with silver,
mm,
dollar would fail, lead with silver, go into cryptocurrency. And that there was something that happened recently with John McAfee,
yeah,
that
yeah,
has
a whole
left
bunch
this
around that, huh?
plane. Yeah. And then there were things that happened in Florida having to
Hmm.
do with buildings that supposedly either his son or somebody lived in, and possibly some information was stored there.
Right.
Um, but then I also heard a rumor or read somewhere that he had given computers to and and or hacked in some way, and he had all the information on the emails on the private servers that
Right.
are so detrimental to very dangerous people.
Mhm.
And so
God
I'm like,
bless the
is
cloud. You can't blow up the cloud.
well,
It's
but did
still in
he
there
put them?
somewhere.
Did he hide them or put them in cryptocurrency? Did he put a
Mm,
message on a chain somewhere that can't be
uh,
taken away, that can't be
I
undone?
I think he would have the proper dead man switch and stuff like that set up for everything. I don't think there's a way somebody like him who's, I don't know, crazy enough to get that information, no matter how he got it, and hold it and be vocal about it. Um, he's got to be smart enough to at least have backups. I
Well,
mean,
that's
he's
what I'm
got to
saying,
assume at some point he's
is
going to get,
has
you
this
know,
with the timing of him leaving the Earth plane, whether he did or didn't,
right.
and this building falling and the connections there, and you know, we're
Free fall
seeing
speed.
stuff.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
It's this new bug everyone's got
yeah,
here. Free fall speed. Oh,
mhm,
that's crazy.
something like that.
Wow. Oy.
So I don't know. I just think that there's a possibility that a lot of stuff is coming out. Today is the 30th.
Right.
Tomorrow's the 1st. We're coming in on another full moon. I can't remember when. And there's a lot of this kind of information. Hold on, coming out today. Let's see.
By the way, if you
Um,
can get a good copy of that video with those things falling down in the Sunshine State down there, um, um, uh, pause it or watch it in slow mo. It's actually powder. It's pulverized before it goes down. It
okay.
it it dematerialized first. It kind of went, and then like dust fell down. Like pieces didn't fall down. It like pulverized itself first. It's insane. That's some crazy stuff. That's the anti-gravity stuff. That's that, you know, I think that's why we have Space Force now, to make that stuff not happen as much. But I heard every time they make something like that happen now, wherever it comes from gets caught immediately and it immediately gets neutralized. So like whatever weapons and planes that they have with those kind of good toys on them, every time they use one, it's the last time because the good guys are able to immediately track it and dissolve it, disintegrate it, whatever they do.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's powder before it touches the ground. There's a couple of them that I've seen
Well,
that are
it
closer.
dissolves from the top or from the back.
Yeah. See?
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah. They don't do like that. I've read things. I did a lot of watching and learning after the September deal a bunch of years back. And, there were people who said that like they were not only designed, like we've always heard, like they're designed to get hit by airplanes, maybe not this one in particular, but the other ones up in New York. And they're designed to have a certain load where if the top few floors did somehow magically pancake down, there's a point where it would still be stopped.
Well, and
It doesn't just
they were
go.
talking about water in the basement. So why is
Water in the basement, jet fuel on a thing. Jet fuel burns at 2,700 degrees. The steel burns at 3,000. The steel melts at 3,000 degrees. They have a story right away. Oh, here's the answer right away. You ever notice that? Whenever something happens, it's this just must be it. Oh, the basement just must have gone away. Yeah, okay. Of course, they feed you the narrative right as it happens. You ever notice that? The same with all
because they
these.
wanted to tell you. You remember we went to indoctrination camp, or at least our children did specifically, and that's where they're telling you, here's the answer.
We did too.
Now memorize it.
Yeah.
And now when I ask you the question, you tell me what I told you. You don't think for yourself. And so that's what, I mean, that was the other thing. Recently there was, Amy and I played a video yesterday on the show where Obama and Fancy Nancy, who was just sucked her teeth the whole time. And then there was a picture of somebody else, I can't remember. But basically, Obama was talking about how, if this comes out and as this, we're going to have to have a strong campaign. We're going to all need to be talking about this. Like, he was kind of showing his hand of how they've handled and manipulated the public in the past, is that, no matter what they say, we need an answer for it. Even if it's a lie, they don't care.
You have to feed them something, if not to get your way or to set a narrative, it's to keep the flock quiet and happy out in the pasture. What do you do if there's a storm coming? You give them a little extra feed, you bring them inside, you shush, you go over there. They got to at least have something to if not distract you and look another way, to at least pacify you for a little bit until they can come up with a better idea. But that's crazy. That buildings don't fall like that. I mean, how many times you can watch all these videos online of demo buildings, and they go down, and then you put like on YouTube, you put like building demolitions gone wrong, and like they stop. It's like boom, 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 halfway, and then they just stop, and then it leans a little bit and it stays there. It's like, even the ones that fall, they're still giant pieces of buildings still. When these ones fall, there's no big pieces. It's just tiny chunks everywhere. Yeah. Oh, but horrible. That's because it's the salt water, and the salt water must have weakened concrete over time, right? Because like every building in Miami collapses after a certain amount of time, just because there's salt water,
Maybe it only got that building.
We're being snookered, I say. The whole narrative is still trying to be stolen, I think.
Well, and so do you think this is a distraction, or
I don't know? What's
so
up
you
with
know how
this?
you enlightened me about Michael Jackson? I really bought the whole he's a bad guy, hook, line, and sinker. Only recently I realized, they actually, what they do to people that are against them is blame them for exactly what they are guilty of. So I don't know that he is or not. I do not have an opinion on that, but it certainly makes me think, or maybe he is, but he turned to help, because the timing of this is really strange. So Bill Cosby will walk out of Pennsylvania State Prison a free man after Pennsylvania State Supreme Court issued an opinion to vacate his conviction. The former comedian had appealed to court in December when his lawyers agreed that Cosby's entire life was put on trial that caused him to suffer unquantifiable prejudice. So the part that I thought was very strange was that, so the Supreme Court reviewed two aspects of the case that Cosby's lawyers challenged. The first involved the judge's decision to let prosecutors call 5 other accusers. The other examined Cosby's, why do I keep calling him Crosby? I'm sorry. The other, Cosby's argument that he had an agreement with a former prosecutor that he would never be charged. Why would he have an agreement unless he gave up some information? They don't make agreements to not charge you unless you're willing to put someone bigger and more in prison. And then, so that happened today, that announcement. The other thing that happened today was that Allison Max got her sentence for.
That don't look like her.
3 years. This one?
Well, I thought we weren't wearing masks anymore, even in federal buildings now.
Yeah, we're not, because I had court yesterday. There were no masks, at least in Oklahoma.
Why is she wearing a mask? Oh, in New York? There's no mask in New York right now. Wonder what's going on with that.
Interesting.
Interesting.
So I don't know if that's an old picture or what, but supposedly she got sentenced for 3 years for her role in human sex trafficking with Nexium and all that. I just think this is going to be a lot bigger. I think the stuff with Britney Spears coming out, her pushing back on her father's, what do they call it? Conservatorship or something like this, where basically she's treated like a child and she wants to get married and have a baby. And they're like, no, we need you to go out and perform. And she's basically enslaved by her father through this conservatorship. And that could be a huge bomb. I mean, she could tell all the Disney secrets.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, she is one of those. So I think it's interesting that
she's the Mickey Mouse Club. Yeah.
Yes. And there was another one. I don't know if I sent
Justin
that one
Bieber,
to you.
Justin Timberlake. They were all they were all in the Disney Mickey Mouse Club all at the same time, right?
I think so. Which
Yeah.
I just heard a story about him the other day. Nobody's heard about Justin Bieber in a long time.
Right.
And they're like, he's asking people not to hang out in front of his home and to give him privacy and all this. And then, let's see. Is it August 22nd? Oh, I just went squirrel on the Kardashians because I'm sure they're part of all that stuff too.
John Sackett just wrote here, Rumsfeld left us as well. I did not hear that.
Yeah, he died today as well.
Oh, how lovely. I mean, I'm so sorry.
A lot happening today. So it makes me think this weekend.
Let me grieve with my, hold on.
Get a tissue for that criminal. You just leave me.
Okay, hold on.
You feel better?
Grieve. Yeah, I have to grieve properly. I have to wipe my tears. My favorite hat. Oh, hold on. Poor Rumsfeld. Oh, okay.
And remember, I was sending you all those pictures with all the dog comms that the last dog from 9/11 passed.
Yeah.
The last search and rescue dog. There was another dog comm. Oh, I can't even remember all the dog comms.
Oh, yeah. Who was the last one? You sent it to me.
I don't know. I had a bunch of them.
Hold on, I'll look.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, there is. Dogs. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the Bill Cosby thing. You know, I'm going to be honest. When I first saw it, I was like, that dirty old man. I believed every word of it.
Mm-hmm. And it may have been true, but that
okay. So it was the U.S. Secret Service. We are saddened to announce. Sorry.
Yeah,
well, I'm sorry. Yeah, I did two things there. So Cosby, I'm sorry. Cosby, what?
I don't know. You were talking about him.
Yeah. I'm all over the place today. Sorry. I had extra coffee in my coffee today. So yeah, it was the last dog comm you sent was the U.S. Secret Service. We are saddened to announce the passing of retired Secret Service K9 Armor, who faithfully served on our emergency response team from December 2010 to February 2016. He will be missed. So that's another dog comm. And then right below that, I thought these were some interesting comms. The by number 45 Junior was posting these giant pictures, these pictures of these giant ocean groupers.
Let me make your thing bigger.
And he was commenting on what a big fight they have, and nothing fights in the sea like a giant grouper. And so they're catching all these big fish now, and he's posting them one after another too. And these big giant fish he's catching. So I don't know, big fish, you know, catching a big fish. That's like what that says. It's catching a big fish. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we're seeing more and more of that this weekend.
I'm losing another tear from Rumsfeld. Oh, okay. So much better.
You're so bad.
Yeah, he's a nasty, evil, crotchety old man who was not that there's anything wrong with other religions, but he was a whole nother religion and plotted against us with the Muslim brotherhoods. So I'm just saying, like, not that has anything to do with it, but there shouldn't be people, plotting with the Muslim brotherhoods who you're also brothers with. Working in our government. I'm just saying.
Well, and are more and more of these turning over? I mean, is that why, Cosby's out?
Did they just cut us off, or was that my internet that just clicked?
I think it was your internet. I think we're still on.
Oh, that was really weird.
That's a good one, Tom.
Oh, yeah. So, we forget about that no name.
That was kind of the beginning of what we were seeing.
Yeah.
As far as those things happening to those people.
Yeah. I mean, they dragged his name through the mud. They, was it the general flat out said on the news, before he was disposed of, or what did they say? Before he was dealt with? What did they say about McCain? They said
I don't remember.
Explicitly said he was taken out. Or was he? Did it say he was taken out? I'm not sure what it was. Maybe somebody in the chat remembers what they said about McCain in that news interview, and I think it was a military guy, and he says, of course, McCain was blah, 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 taken out or something like that. It's crazy. It's interesting. It's a very interesting times. So what else we have? Oh, Shiva. So yeah, I saw you sent the thing of Shiva. This was always interesting. This one I remembered from a while back that she did. You got the Shiva. This is on the front of CERN, Large Hadron Collider. This is actually there. This is at the Large Hadron Collider, and this is the other. Somebody's calling me. Oh look, I got a call calling. Hold on. So we got Shiva. You got Did we lose you? Oh wow! Did we lose Lisa? Or did you lose me?
But you could hear me, right?
No, I didn't hear anything. You were gone. Sorry.
Well, I thought you could still hear me, so I was.
Oh no, I thought they cut us out right at that time. That would have been
no.
funny.
I hid myself so you guys could see the pictures better. But I don't know who Lavoy Finicum is. Great Gazoo says, "Don't forget Lavoy Finicum." Do you know who that is?
Isn't that the guy with the ranch?
Oh,
wasn't that the guy with the ranch?
I thought Epstein was the guy with the ranch. He had that ranch in
No. The guy with where the not that ranch where they're doing, what is it, eugenics? Is that what they were doing there? Trying to make their own superior race?
Oh.
Yeah. His ranch in Utah or wherever that was a breeding compound. Yeah.
So did he recently get arrested or something, or
wasn't he the one that the feds went in and shot up? Like the feds went in and he's like, no, you're not going to take my land. And then they shot him up anyway or something.
Oh, but they made him sound like he was a hero.
Maybe the Bundy Ranch, that guy. Yeah. I think Lavoy
was one of the American militants who staged an armed occupation of whatever, Mahler National Wildlife Refuge in 2016.
This was a while back. Yeah.
Yeah. After it organized itself as the Citizens for Constitutional Freedom. So this was not a citizen for constitutional freedom. This was actually a farmer of humans. Is that what you're saying?
No. Well, if that's a thing, I don't know about that. It's my understanding this guy was like a patriot guy who wanted to stand up with his fellow ranchers when the government tried to come in and take it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Did those ranches have something to do with?
She's saying, I'm sorry, Great Gazoo saying.
Yeah.
He was apparently a patriot, but somebody got him.
That's what I thought, but I'm not. You never know. You hear these stories. I could have missed the whole part where they were trafficking, redheads through there or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. Not red hats. Red heads. I said not red hats. I'm just saying.
So you sent me this. I thought this was interesting. Hopefully everybody can see this.
Oh yeah, try and make that bigger. Wait. Yeah, okay, that's good. I mean,
go back and see that one more time.
You can't tell. Yeah.
So they said that he was at this event walking the floor and no one knew. So is this more soft disclosure that they're showing you these masks? And
either that or we're getting really duped and they put out the whole fake story of masks and here they are mocking us with it again. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, look at that.
It's wild.
I mean, remember in Mission Impossible? Was that what that was, right?
I don't know.
Is that what it says?
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. Oh, come on. Everybody saw Mission Impossible 40 years ago, whenever that was, when he was only part of a vampire.
Probably not me.
No, you never saw Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise?
Probably not me. Yeah, I'm not a big movie watcher.
Me neither. Thank God. I can't stand movies. I haven't been to the movies in probably I think Howard Stern Private Parts might have been the last movie I saw in the theater.
My husband loves to watch all the
that was 20 years
action
ago.
movies and all that kind of stuff. So I've been a couple times with him, and I'll just say the chairs aren't comfortable enough to take a nap, so it's not my favorite place to be. But
Well, they got those new ones now. They got like these 3D theaters now. Do they have
I
those
know,
by
but
you
you're
yet?
still like
Yeah, it's
in
like someone else's
public
head is all over it, where
eating
they wipe their
gross,
fry grease on the seat.
yes, food in a dirty chair. Like, it's just not a fun time to me. I'd much rather come home or have people over and watch something here.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not a movie person, which didn't do well after I got divorced, and I was trying to date, and everybody wanted to go to the movies. I'm like, I can't. I'm busy that
Can we do
night.
something else?
Yeah, sitting there like this the whole time. Okay, all right. That would be me.
Knowing that now that we know about shedding and all that, creeps me out even more. Oh, I'm going to go sit for 2 hours in a chair that God knows how many people have shed in. And yeah, no thanks. I'm good.
Who would have ever
What else
known?
do you want to hit on today?
I don't know. I still thought that Bill Cosby thing. We can go back to that we could circle back to Bill Cosby.
Don't circle back. I do not circle back.
Well, we can go back to Bill Cosby.
We can revisit Bill Cosby or talk
That's a
about
much
him.
more eloquent way of putting it, my lady. A much more eloquent way. So, yeah, I thought,
Jen
I'm not going to lie.
circles back, so that's why I don't circle back.
Well, I like to mock. I like mockery is the highest form of douchebaggery or whatever it is. So let's just mockery her like that. Okay. So the Bill Cosby thing, I remember growing up, he was like my TV dad. I probably more than anyone else. He was like my TV dad because like all my shows growing up were like Chips and like the A-Team and Knight Rider and Airwolf. And then there was like, the Cosbys. And there was the one with Michael J. Fox. Was that the Keatons, whatever that? Family Ties.
Family Ties.
Family Ties, yeah. And then there was also like the one with the Drummonds and the one with the girls in the boarding school. And Joe was hot. Remember Joe? Joe was hot.
See, I thought Blair was really pretty.
Yeah, man.
Joe was so hot.
I think Joe was. She drove motorcycles. How cool is that? You get to sit on the back of the motorcycle with her driving. Yeah.
Now we know Public's type. If you guys are interested, he is single. If you're tough girls with motorcycles, a little dark.
That's hysterical. Ta-da!
You have to be careful what you say on here.
I know. It's bad. It's bad. So breaking Cosby. He was my TV dad. I wanted to believe it right away. I don't know why. Maybe they dropped it in the news cycle right at the perfect time where everything was just like, oh, another one, whatever. And you just kind of mull right over it and didn't give it much thought. But yeah, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense that they would smear and slander him. But it also makes perfect sense that if he, maybe if he knew that much, he would have not been around anymore by this point.
Did he serve so many years? And then now, for me, the part that says the other...
He did disappear for a while. I'm just saying.
Well, sure. But it's just very strange to me that it says the other examined Cosby's argument that he had an agreement with a former prosecutor that he would never be charged. How do you have an agreement with a former prosecutor that you'd never be charged? Then he was charged. What did he give up for that agreement? There had to be something else.
Do we even know what he was actually charged with, though? Like,
I think so. Hold on. I think it talks about it in this.
That could have been,
maybe not.
That could have been a lot. I don't know. That could have been other
so here
things
he had been 83-year-old, had been in a Phoenix state prison outside of SCI Phoenix, a state prison outside of Philadelphia, after a jury convicted him in 2018 of 3 aggravated incident assault counts. Aggravated incident assault. Or is that indecent? I'm sorry. I really should put my glasses on.
Aggravated indecent assault counts, yes.
Indecent assault counts. So aggravated indecent assault. The court deemed that the elderly inmate a sexually violent predator for posing an imminent safety risk to women. So, but now he's just totally walking out a free man, vacated the conviction. But he's been in jail since 2018.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know.
Do you think they serve Jello pudding in jail? And do you think they like really made fun of him with this Jello pudding? I don't know. I'm just saying.
Probably not a fun place. Probably not too many jokes going on.
I don't think he probably went to the bad prison. Like, yeah, it's probably not a fun place, but I don't think he went to like Rikers. He probably got to wear slippers and have an armchair and watch TV with a remote and stuff. I don't know.
Hung out
Maybe
there
he didn't
for
do
years.
it. I don't know. I mean, it sounded. I mean, the way what kind of I remember too was like they said he used like Quaaludes or something like that, and like I know that was like a thing like a long time ago, but I don't know. It's just one of those things that kind of stuck out. I don't know. I feel bad now if he didn't do it, but if he did, he should rot in hell.
Okay, so Phil gives us some insight on this. He says the agreement was that what he said in the civil case could not be used against him in a criminal case. So I guess that was the you can never be charged because they took civil action. And so then he was not supposed to be charged criminally, but he obviously was.
Okay.
Interesting.
I don't know. Maybe he should still rot in hell, but maybe he
I think that's for God to
knows
decide.
something. Yeah. And, well, unfortunately, it's for some people to decide who have an agenda. or when he'll meet said hell, not actually whether he will or won't. Rotting in there.
Interesting.
All right. Tom said he should rot there, so I'm
There was
with
another.
it.
I want to say there
in
was
jail.
another story that I sent you. That was another.
Let me see what we got here.
Then we have to talk about the Royals just for a second, but
there's a lot of different Royals things going on.
I swear there was another.
I'm looking.
Sex story.
Oh, the Nexium girl. No, we did that. Breaking. Bush denies. Bush defense chief who oversaw Afghanistan and Iraq. Oh, we know that.
That's Rumsfeld that we talked about. Yeah.
What's this one? Wait, what's this little paper here? Please be aware that. No, we're not touching that. Jabby subject.
No, we're not talking about that.
Like, I don't see anything else in here.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. We're like well up on it here. So Princess Diana's car from 1981 Ford Escort was just auctioned off for $65,000, which is pretty weird.
Why is jumping around? Oh, okay. We'll talk about that. And then I did send you another one. Why would the car be just now being auctioned off is what I'd like to know.
Mm-hmm.
And where has it been?
And there was just a statue unveiled of her at Kensington Palace, which is my understanding. The
baby was named after her and all that.
Yep. And there's been a lot of speaking out about her. And what was this? And there was another thing, another article that just came out. She would be proud. Did you all see
Harry and Meghan?
I know I'm just jumping around. Did you all see this picture?
I'm going to go there next. Okay. Hold on. Go there next. Wait. What was the other? There was another Harry and Meghan story that I sent you. Wait.
Sorry, I'm watching. The TV has a little delay up there, so it's like funny. I just watched myself get yelled at.
I don't need to yell at you. Okay, here's one of the stories you sent me. Fiddle. This one. This isn't the Harry and Meghan, but you sent this at by the time of her death, Princess Diana was divorced, stripped of her Royal Highness title, and on the outs with the former family. I'm not sure why you sent me that.
Just all this new information coming out. Hey, little girl.
Just them talking about her so much lately.
Yeah, more and more articles coming out all over the place. Which what that was. So, I know there was some. Oh no, that's what it was here in that article I just showed you there. It says Princess Diana will be honored with a statue at Kensington Palace next month.
Okay.
Which that was. That's this month now.
Okay. Well, let me find that other picture that you sent.
I dropped my wire here. And Tupac is coming back too all over the place. A lot of Tupac
Yes,
stuff.
but was it just his birthday or his anniversary of his death?
I think the anniversary.
Okay.
Right.
Maybe so.
And this the big dust cloud is coming back.
Yeah, let's talk about that. I'm curious. Maybe I don't know if Uncle Cliff's still in the chat, but I'm curious what his thoughts. Did you send me a link to that?
I did. The last link I sent you was the 28th. It's
Okay.
right below the one you sent me about the exoplanets.
Okay. Oh, there's all my dog comms for Secret Service armor dog, and then Blinken meeting with the Pope Francis Monday in the Vatican to discuss climate change. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You probably can't see because of the
under the fish.
green screen.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's got a bunch of it there. That's
Yes,
supposedly the dust cloud coming
weather.
in. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I've got to share a different screen.
So that's this new dust cloud coming in on radar is supposedly the sand from the Sahara. And apparently airplanes aren't supposed to fly near it, through it, around it. It sandblasts the inside of the jets or something like that.
Where's the big picture of it?
And it's supposed to happen. It was there
was like a big video or picture of it moving across the earth.
There it is.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's talking about bright pink colors highlight the large dust cloud extending from the Sahara Desert west to the Atlantic as a very dry area. Not orange yellow areas are dust clouds, but we know from the visible satellite above the dust particles can be found. So it says it remains across the Atlantic in the coming days. Dust cloud will remain in the Caribbean till the end of next week, extending towards southeastern United States early next week. So hopefully it stays away long enough that I can get home from South Dakota.
I would assume that you should have plenty of time. But remember last time this was coming towards us, all of a sudden we got that really weird set of like 15 cold fronts in a row for like the first time ever. They were just one after another, pushed it right out to sea. Will we see that again? I don't know. I hope so. I sent you a picture earlier today. It's 105 degrees outside here in New Jersey. I'm like dying out here. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe we could have that and just push all this right off again. Who knows? But I do know, as I jump around again, they will not be any sort of reset, good or bad. Well, maybe bad, but there won't be any Nasera or any of that stuff while in the middle of a heat wave, because the power is supposed to go out and stuff like that. So they don't want people all dying with all the heat. That's one of the things I'm pretty confident whenever these announcements happen or this EBS system comes activated on our cell phones and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be in the middle of a heat wave. I think they have it figured out so that, everybody doesn't start killing over in 95, 100-degree heat.
Yeah, I hope not.
But who knows?
Well, and I think, what we are seeing with Nasera Jacera, it's not like, boom, it happens one day. I mean, I think we're seeing those things roll out. We're seeing it change slowly. And maybe it was supposed to be boom one day, but then Trump Sara came out and decided to be a little softer on the people. I don't know.
Or maybe the Great Reset was supposed to be boom one day, and that's why it's not now, because that wasn't a good one. That wasn't the good reset, Who knows?
Who knows? So let's talk about
what else we got.
More fun stuff. You want to talk about JFK Jr.?
Yeah, I'm always loving that stuff lately. There's a lot of that stuff coming out. That picture, can you make that picture bigger on yours?
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah. So I took this picture. I was watching a video that somebody had posted, and this is a screenshot of a screenshot. So I forget which video it was I was watching, but they played this and they circled it and told everybody what they found, and they didn't even write who it was. He just circled it and said, "Who does it look like?" Yeah, I didn't. The person who even wrote the video in the headline was just like, "Who does this look like?"
Yeah, who is that in the red circle right there?
Yep, top left-hand corner. That's I don't know, man. Zoom. Yeah, I mean,
That'll let me zoom in.
Can I post that in the? Can I post a picture in the chat somehow? Probably not, right?
You can't.
Someday, social
see.
media. Someday.
Make text bigger. Let me see if it'll make the picture bigger. No.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's supposedly they choose each and every face for a very specific reason. Whomever is sitting directly in full media view behind the president, every single camera angle the entire time. Supposedly they pick those people, and I don't know. Even if it's not that person, why does it look so much like him?
Well, Mike Charlie said that some more people were talking about it, that not only is this guy sitting there, but there's a blonde lady sitting next to him that looks very familiar.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy. It's I don't know. I mean, what the hell is going on? What's up? What's down? What's left? What's right anymore? Like, really? Like, I swear to God, if UFOs buzzed past my window here and like stopped and looked at me and like started waving at me, I'd be like, oh, hey, like, okay. I don't think I could be that surprised much anymore. Of course, that's probably the wrong thing to say, but that wouldn't surprise me. It I don't know. I don't think I'd be surprised by that at this point.
Well, I think you're looking at a pretty exciting weekend. I told most of you guys know that I have the opportunity to go speak at Patriot Party Rocks this weekend at South Dakota, and I was really excited because I was hoping, the man Donald J might show up, but then I heard he's going to be in Sarasota, Florida. So, but still, with a bunch of great Patriots, there's still tickets available for the weekend. There's camping opportunities if you buy an event pass, and then they also have there's all different levels of camping. I had no idea there was levels of camping, but it's really cool. This is a tour that they're doing all over the U.S. You can be a part of. I think they have another one coming up in Dallas next. But Felisa is putting this on. The guys from Tulsa, a lot of good folks. And tomorrow night we have if you get a VIP pass, they're going to have a event where all the speakers do a meetup with the people with the VIP passes. So, and these guys, Boots on the Ground, Bikers for Trump, were right behind Trump at the last rally. So it'll be exciting to shake their hand and meet them. And
that's really cool.
Stuff. Yeah.
I'm just writing here. I'm just reading here how long the flight is from Florida to Mount Rushmore. It says it's only about 7 hours for commercial airline. I'm assuming the president's plane could make it there in about 3 hours or less. It's not that far. I'm just saying.
Well, we know that Mr. B shut down the fireworks for Mount Rushmore, but I'm curious what's going to happen because it's my understanding that's a federal park, and that's why he can say no fireworks. But I'd be curious to see if there are state parks. Like here in Oklahoma, we have state parks. Maybe we have federal parks too, but not that I'm aware of.
Well, he said no. Does that just mean that his Guberman isn't paying for it and throwing on the event? Can somebody else come and still go to the park and throw an event there that the government's not paying for?
Very possibly.
I don't see why not. Right? So, like if you're filming a movie and you want to have like a big movie production there, you can put fireworks in your movie for your show, right?
Sure. Why not?
I guess so.
I don't know. It'll be interesting, and I will be posting lots of pictures on Twitter. You guys can find my social media links in the description. And of course, I will. Bitcoin Ben's meeting me there, and he's going to be speaking with me. So they're being really gracious and letting me bring all my friends and
that's really cool.
Get up and speak about our great country. So really excited about that opportunity as well. So
that is very cool. Congratulations to that. I still just, I mean, it just keeps getting better out there for everybody I know. It's like so cool.
I think things are good. I think things are going to get better, and we just have to kind of hang in there. And like you said, I mean, even in the crypto space, sitting at what, 37,000 today. I'm not
Let
sure.
me see what we're at
And
today.
it's been hovering. It's been interesting to watch crypto
30,
be
34,
more stable.
35. Yeah.
Okay, so crypto seems more stable lately than the U.S. dollar, which we know is just sliding down a hill. So,
Yeah. Well,
definitely.
since its creation, the dollar's lost 90 something percent. Since its creation, the BTC is up tens of thousands of percent. So, choose what one you want.
Right. Do your own research. I did
Yeah.
do a quick
I'm just an
interview.
idiot on YouTube. Don't listen to me.
Don't listen to any of us.
Yeah.
I did do a quick interview with a friend of ours that is involved with a project called Kichi Coin, and the pre-sale countdown is for tomorrow. And we're going to have another interview later, but I wanted to get the information out to my community that, and we are seed investors in that, and know the guy who created it and his heart behind it, as well as the chief marketing officer. So do your own research, but I put all the links in there too. So that's another video that we put out today.
You've been nailing the content out lately. Just every time there's something new.
Thank you. Yeah. I was really excited. Please go watch the video with Jill Jardine and SL. We talk about timelines. She uses astrology and she's talking about the moon, and she's very creative. And so you can see her like building it in her mind or seeing what she's seeing and talking you through it. But there's a lot of things happening. There she is.
This one here.
The Cosmic Scene with Jill
Yep.
Jardine.
Check that one out.
It's a great one.
Yeah.
I would recommend, because I thought about going through it again and writing down dates, because we ask her questions, but it's like, oh, what about Bitcoin? Oh, what about this? And we don't do it in a very organized, linear fashion. So that's something I'm going to try to work on better, is trying to build those timelines, because I know that's important to people. So
SL's really good at that.
she is. She's very organized.
Yes.
She's a wonderful, wonderful lady. Yeah. All right. Anything else before we go?
No.
Okay. I'm not sure if I'll be
else.
able to do a video tomorrow or not. It'll just depend on my travel when I arrive, and we're kind of bouncing around. I'm anticipating getting to do a video with Johnny tomorrow. I think we'll be back at the hotel in time, but I'm going to just kind of wing it and we'll see. And then I will be trying to shoot as much as I can, send little video clips and kind of document our trip. I've never seen Mount Rushmore, so I'm kind of excited about it. This great country we live in. So
don't make Johnny upset tomorrow.
Oh, we will not let Johnny get upset. He'll be happy. It's 4th of July weekend.
Johnny's happy on 4th of July.
Yeah, Johnny's going to be really happy on 4th of July.
Johnny. He's so Jersey. Sure. I love it.
I love Johnny too. All right, you guys, remember to love one another, and God bless America. I'm excited for the 4th this weekend. Take care.
Yes, happy 4th.